Hello students, hope all are watching videos regularly and you all are doing your regular study and completing your assignments. Okay, so welcome back as we have started our next chapter, that is chapter number 3 in science 1, that is chemical reactions and equations. So let's see what we have learned in our last class. Okay, so we have learned about chemical equations. What are chemical equations? So chemical reactions can be written in brief as follows. So this is the reaction which I have written and it is in the word form. So the simple way of representing a chemical reaction in words. Okay, the letters are in words. So it is called as what? Word equation. Then next come back to the next thing where the reaction is written in the chemical formula. Okay, so the representation of chemical reaction in a condensed form using a chemical formula is called as what? Chemical equation. Then next, how to write a chemical equation. So in the chemical equation, reactants are written on which side? On the left hand side, while the products are written on the right hand side. As I have written in this reaction, CuSO4 and Zn, they are the reactants, and ZnSO4 and Cu, they are the products. So next is what? If the reactant or products are two or more, then they are linked with the plus sign between them. Okay, you can say this in the above reaction. So to make the chemical equation more informative, the physical state of the reactant are indicated in the equation, like their gaseous, liquid and solid states are indicated by writing the letters, that is G, L and S, and all of this is written in the capital form, okay, in the bracket. Okay, next, when heat is to be given from outside to bring about the reaction, then it is indicated by a sign of, I have told already, that is small triangle, which is written above the arrow that indicates the direction of reaction. And next, it is necessary to fulfill the conditions like specific temperature, pressure, catalyst, etc. to bring about some reaction. Okay, so catalyst is written below the arrow mark and above it is written like a temperature. If the temperature is 60 degree, then the arrow is given. Above the arrow you have to write temperature and below the arrow you have to write catalyst which is used. So as we have seen in our last class, the catalyst is a catalyst, nickel catalyst. Okay, then the point number 6, specific information or names of the reactant product are written below their formula. Okay, if it is concentrated or it is dilute, sometimes sulfuric acid is concentrated, so it is written below the formula that it is a concentrated, otherwise it is a dilute, so like that. Yes, so this all we have learned in our last class. This is just a revise related to your assignments. Very well done, all are doing their assignments regularly, so good work students, keep it up, very nice. Okay, now we are moving towards the next thing, that is balancing a chemical reaction, and this is a very important topic in this chapter, so you have to pay attention towards it. Afterwards, if you are not paying attention, your mind is somewhere else, then you will never understand this term. So for that you have to pay attention towards whatever I will teach. Okay, so now let's move. Okay, so there is one reaction is written, that is AgNO3 in aqueous form plus NaCl in aqueous form will give AgCl plus NaNO3 in aqueous form. This is the equation number 9 which we have already studied in our last class. So here what are reactants? AgNO3 and NaCl, they are the reactants because they react with each other, and what they form? AgCl and NaNO3. This is called as a product. Okay, so here is a one table where I have written reactants, that means left hand side wala thing, and products means right hand side. And elements, number of atoms, number of atom. What are the elements? That means Ag, N, O, Na and Cl. These are the elements which are used in the above equation. And now we are going to see the number of atoms. In the right hand side and left hand side, they are same or they are different. So let's see. First take the reactant left hand side. Ag number of atom is 1. Okay, now see at the right hand side in product form, Ag number of atom is 1, so it is balanced. Then next, C, Na, no, N, only N, the term N. What is N? N has how many atoms? Here in the reactant wala thing, N has 1 atom, and in the product it has 1, so it is also balanced. Then now let's see towards O. In the reactant form, O has 3 atoms. Okay, O3, so O has 3 atoms, and in the product also O has 3 atoms. See there, NaNO3, so O3, that means it has 3 atoms, so this is also balanced. Now let's see towards Na, the term Na on the reactant side it has 1 atom, and on the product side also it has 1 atom. It is also balanced. Now the last compound, that is Cl, chlorine, on the reactant side it has 1 atom, and on the product side also it has 1 atom. That means the numbers are equal, and this reaction is a balanced reaction. So now let's see. It is seen that the number of atom of the element in the reactants in above equation is same as the number of atom of those element in the product. So such an equation is called as what? Balanced equation. If the number of atom of each element is not the same on the two sides of the equation, then it is called as unbalanced equation. You can see in the above reaction that the number of atom on right hand side, that is reactant, are same as well as the number of atom the product side. So this is a balanced reaction. Okay. So how to balance a chemical reaction? Steps in balancing a chemical reaction. Let us consider the following equation as an example. So what is the equation? Sodium hydroxide plus sulfuric acid will give sodium sulfate plus water. So what is the step number 1? Students, remember all the steps, because after that you have to complete your assignment and you have to solve the question related to this. Okay, so let's see what is the step number 1. Write the chemical equation in the form of write the chemical equation from the given word equation. Yes, so above equation is in word form because words are there. So first step what we have to do, we have to write the equation in chemical formula. With the help of chemical formula will give us a chemical equation. So what is sodium hydroxide? That is NaOH plus sulfuric acid, which means H2SO4, will give sodium sulfate, that means Na2SO4, plus water is H2O. So this is the equation number 10. We have written the equation in the reaction in chemical equation form. Now what is the step number 2? Check whether the equation 10 is balanced or not by comparing the number of atoms of the various element present on the two sides of the equation. So as we have seen on the last slide how we compare the elements on both the side. So now let's do with this reaction. Okay. So reactants, product, element. What are the elements which are used over here? That is Na, then O, H and S. Okay, now let's see the number of atom. Now first let's see towards the left hand side. Na, the number of atom is 1, only 1. See over here, but in the product side, right hand side, the number of atom of Na is 2. On left hand side it is only Na. Here on right hand side it is Na2. So the number of atom is 2. Now move towards O. On the left hand side, reactant side, O has 5 atoms. First in NaOH, O is 1, and then in H2SO4, O is 4. So 4 plus 1, 5. So on the reactant side, O is 5. And on the product side, O is 5. Yes, you can see Na2SO4, that means O4, and H2O, O1. That will give 4 plus 1, 5. Okay, now H. On the reactant side, left hand side, NaOH, H is 1 plus H2SO4, H2, that means 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Then on the product side, it is only H2O, that means H2. Only 2 atoms of hydrogen is present on right hand side. Now the last S, the number of atom on the reactant side is 1, only S is there, and the number of atom in the product side is also 1. So now you can see over here that Na is unbalanced because the reactant and the product side atoms are different, 1 and 2. And H is unbalanced. That means Na and H is not balanced. So this is not a balanced equation. We have to balance it. This is unbalanced equation. Okay, let's see. So the number of atom of all the elements on the two sides are not same. That means the equation 10 is not balanced, as I have told. Okay, so what we have to do over here, I have written equation once again. Then what is the step number 3? It is convenient to start balancing an equation from the compound which contain the maximum number of atoms. Moreover, it is convenient to first consider that element in this compound which has unequal number of atoms on the two sides. So as we have seen on the last slide that Na has unequal number of atoms and H and Na, and which compound has unequal number of things, that is, okay, let's see, Na and H. Yes, 3 and 2. Okay, so it has 3 and 2. That means Na and H, they are not balanced. Okay, so in the equation number 10, there are two components, that is Na2SO4 and H2SO4, which contain the maximum number, that is 7 atoms. Okay, now let's see from the reactant H2SO4. O4, that means 4, S1, that is 1, and H2, 4, 1, 2, we will get 7. And here on the side of product Na2SO4, this also has the number of atoms 7. So they are the maximum, these two component has maximum number of atom. So what we have to do, any one of them can be selected. Let's select the compound Na2SO4. Further select the compound sodium Na. In Na2SO4, let's look at the term Na. For balancing, as the number of atom of sodium in this compound is unequal on two sides, 1 and 2. Okay, on the reactant side it is Na1 and on the product side it is Na2. It should be remembered that the formula of compound cannot be changed while balancing the number of atom. So what we have to write? We have to write in the reactant side, we have to write like this, that 2NaOH. It cannot be written as Na2OH. Remember this, we can't change the formula like Na2OH. We have to write that is 2NaOH. Okay, so it should be remembered. That means here, to make the number of sodium atom in the reactant as 2, the formula of NaOH cannot be changed to Na2OH. So the equation is written as 2NaOH plus H2SO4 will give Na2SO4 plus H2O. Here in the table, let's see. Initially in NaOH, the number of Na is 1, and in the product side, number of Na is 2. But after balancing the number of Na in the equation number 10 dash, you can see the number of Na is 2, and on the product side also it is 2. So now it is balanced. Okay. Really, it is a balanced reaction? Let's see. So this is the reaction, that is 10 dash we have introduced. Now check whether the equation 10 dash is balanced or not. So now let's check. The reactant side and product side, Na is 2 on the reactant side, on product side it is 2. O is 2 plus 4, that is 6 on reactant side. On the product side it is 4 plus 1 only, that means 5. It is not balanced. Let's see hydrogen atom. On the reactant side it is 2 plus 2, that is 4, and on the product side it is only 2, and here S is 1 and S is 1. That means O and H, they are unbalanced, so the reaction is not balanced. So we find that the equation 10 dash is not balanced, as the number of oxygen and hydrogen atoms are unequal on the two sides. First balance the hydrogen number, as it required a smaller factor. So apply a factor 2 to the product H2O for balancing the equation. Now you can see the equation 10 dash. We have we have put 2 in front of H2O in the product. So now check the equation 10 dash. 2 NaOH plus H2SO4 will give Na2SO4 plus 2H2O. It is seen that the number of all the atoms of all the elements are equal on both the side. Na2, Na2, yes, everything is balanced, you can check. So it is a balanced equation. Now we have balanced the equation. Here you can see 2Na, Na2, that means 2, 2, O, 4 plus 1, that is 5, and here also 4 plus 2, that is 6, and here also it is 6. Then H, 2 plus 2, 4, and here H is 4. Yes, it is balanced. Then S is 1 and here 1. It is balanced. So this is a balanced equation. Now write down the final balance equation again. So we have written the balanced equation again. Okay. Initially in H2SO4, in NaOH and H2SO4, there is the fourth number of atom, and in the product it is 2. So what we did, we balanced it in the product. So in the hydrogen atom we have put 2 in the front of H2O. So 2 into 2, it will give 4. So the reaction is balanced. In this way, a balanced equation is obtained from an unbalanced equation by applying proper factor to appropriate reactants and product, so as to balance the number of each element in the steps. So first see, if you have given any kind of equation, first see the number of, think about it, that what are the elements are present in both the reaction, and then count the numbers, and then if it is unbalanced, then balance it by putting a appropriate number on both the side. So the product side compound is same as well as the reactant side compound is, both should be same as the end of the thing. Okay, so from this I have given this kind of homework. These are very simple. You have to see the reactant side, product side, how many elements are there, what you have to do, that you have to think, and you have to complete this assignment. This assignment is as a homework. Just think about a little. This is very easy. Okay, so today we have learned how to balance a chemical equation. Thank you.